Market recap for Monday the 22nd of September 2025, right? It's a Monday with an orange folder, right? So I do not trade Mondays normally, and unless there's a couple of things. And now that I've noticed this thing, right, I'm gonna add it. So slowly but surely I'm trading Mondays, but then I know exactly which Mondays to trade and which ones are not. For example, what Mondays could do: 9:30, shit itself. 9:30, go one directional, just break all the rules. And 9:30 goes up to a certain level and then dumps back to 9:30 price, or dumps and just reverse on the whole day. That's the typical ways that Monday play out, and I really don't care about the rules. But in directional markets, when it's like with very bullish all-time high territory or very bearish, we tend to just not care and just head for that direction. The second that the week is open, the market is trying to reprice into something, right? And that's why it's better to not trade Monday, because it gives us the outlook for the week, like what the week is gonna do. Like, let's say Monday opened up and we just started dumping, we're most likely gonna not be as bullish, right? Then we're gonna be like, okay, if Tuesday does this, then that's how the week is gonna play out, blah blah blah, right? So it's always best to let Monday play out. However, it's very actually possible to catch these Monday open and gone. I mean, open and gone is like at 9:30. You see that price? Let's say it never touches that price the whole day, and it just basically one direction. And because you'd never know, okay, let's say, oh, I'll buy this fair value gap. Nope, it goes even deeper. But like, it'll just keep going up and down. But like, when it goes down, it ain't really going down. You know what I'm saying? It's just taking liquidity and then it's zooming up. Fakes people that is going short. It looks like, oh, the perfect break or whatever. Nope. And it still goes up. Classic Monday, right? It happens a lot. So what I noticed on these Mondays, you don't care about New York, you actually care about London. You need to see what London does. And for me, this is probably the only day that I trade London, right? So this is the only day that I'd consider trading London. And like, I guess from the weekend perspective, what's London here? Like, I think it's 7 a.m. to like 9, no, 7 to 10, 7 to 11, something like that. It's, I mean, I don't really be awake at that time, but I guess for Monday, I'll have to be, because after that, I'm not considered trading anything here, right? Because it depends. And what I need to look for is just between 2 till 5, mostly 2 till 4:30 from the day I'm seeing. It's really 2 till 4. Like, the main point is I need to look, if we're gonna continue, I need a quick dump or quick pump that starts at London. It has to start at London, right? So right here, that's one. But like, when I say start London, I'm really looking at two, right? So when two starts this dump, right? And then it gets this aggressive, right? Look at the distance there. Boom. When you see something this aggressive, right? That's normally manipulation. So London typically does the manipulation for the day, for Monday, right? So London manipulates. Does it actually manipulate to a PD array? For London, manipulation. Yes, for New York, I'm looking for a daily and 4 hour, but for London, I'm just looking for a 4 hour, right? And it has to be perfect to the tick, right? It has to be to the tick. Or if you're looking at it from a bit, you're looking a bit far, it looks like it's to the tick, right? Like, it can just basically be there. So what's the only PD array that I'm looking for at discount here? So if we just pull this to this, right? What's at discount? It's obvious. We just have a this week, right? Technically a fair value gap, but bet in like the lower time frame. Like, let's say if I go to the 2 hour, that's a wick, 1 hour. Wait, I had to be news or something to be wicked like that. Anyway, there is a gap there in the lower time frames, right? I don't know why was it this fast, but anyway, you see in the 15 minutes, clearly a gap filled. Whatever, wicks are gaps. You don't need to care about where the gap is, right? Just use it as just a gap. And best place to be is the CE, right? Perfect. So when this wick goes for the CE, this is our daily manipulation for London, okay? And as you can see, it goes and drops to that low right there. You can see that it's not to the tick. It's probably missing like one tick, right? But like when you're looking at it from far, it looks like to the tick. So that is perfect. Once it goes up, what do? We consolidate on the upper quadrant, and then at New York 9 a.m. we drop down, we wick, we fill these gaps, we take the liquidity. So look at this. We take liquidity right here. We go up to this gap, institution order flow entry drill for another wick. They should have sent us lower, right? But the fact that we go up there means this low is holding, which is London low. And on top of that, what I noticed for this market, for just bullish wise, is SMTing with ES. Like ES will be the one to SMT with London. Like NQ will hold this London low, but ES will be like nah. So you see at 5, and we take these lows. So right here 830 starts that spooling for London, and then we just gone from there. So that's perfect, right? Like it's obvious if you are the chart that the most probable thing, if you know what the Mondays are like to do, is that it's just gonna keep going up, right? At least what's the target? Previous daily high, right? So now we know that. Wait, let me put that. Now we know that, right? I personally would like to catch just the London and just not care, right? Like just the second that I see it react, say something here, market order, stop loss below this low, and just aim for, if I'm bullish, I'm just gonna aim for previous daily high. It is as simple as that, right? As low risk, as simple as that, right? And I've seen it multiple times. Now that I can add Monday back to my trading based on few stuff, based on this type of day, based on other stuff, right? So it's only a few days that will be Monday, but it has to be some certain Mondays. I'm still not gonna trade a full Monday, no news, whatever. You know, the orange news I really help for Monday, so I'll be looking out for that. And then I'm also gonna check all the days because there's a lot where it's just open and gone, and what they really had for news wise, right? Again, it's not a big deal to enter in New York. You can enter in New York, right? Like London will give you the validation, and to enter New York is probably as simple, right? You'd want to see if London made the manipulation, right? And that's the discount. You wouldn't expect that to be taken, so you'll take that off, right? This is your London 4 hour, right? This is your New York 4 hour. So you're just gonna just use whatever discount you have, and we'll have a wick again back to the sea. It's like it's I don't know. Like it's not getting hard, right? So like when price drops there, look, price intentionally does not hit it, right? And then goes up and down. That right there is your turtle soup. When it doesn't hit it, and it should really hit a level, you're confident it should hit a level and it doesn't hit it. Because look, if price went down here, I would not expect price to come back and turtle soup again after taking these lows. But the fact that it did this, nope. That right there, and then time 8:30 when it spools. So I guess if you were waiting for that, I mean, look, it's very similar to London entry, but if I was awake at London here and I entered, I'm sleeping throughout all of this. I'm literally in my bed sleeping, right? So it don't matter. So I'm not gonna be bothered to wake up and make sure I get a better entry. If I can't be awake for London for that day, and price was generous to be this close, because normally it's never that close. Normally, like London would be up here, right? So you'd miss out on all of this, right? And this, I do not care. I'm not gonna be watching the chart. It's like a set and forget. Actually, this is set and sleep, right? Like I'm going back to bed type of trade. So again, CE once you go up, so that candle is literally formed right there, right? So there. So once we go up here, then and then only we have this discount. So think it doesn't even matter before, right? And then again we go up. Remember this level, we touch the top of this, but again it's the rejection block. Now this is the rejection block, right? Once we leave it here, and again, like the body's respecting what, like it it's basically like obvious, right? It's just that's all I can say. It's obvious. It's actually hard to not to mess up a day when the algorithmic signatures are like that obvious, right? They're way too obvious. Like anybody who's watching this will be like, yeah, one easy day. And of course, target is previous daily high. But knowing this type of Monday, you can just leave a runner for like nearly the end of the day, right? Because it tends to like go and just go and just go, right? And yeah, as simple as that. Me personally, I just take it like maybe does it get one standard deviation of it of there from the high to the low? It gets a two. It gets a two, you know. So which is a one full standard deviation basically. So I guess it's as simple as that. One target is here and the second target is there. There's so many examples of this Monday literally in this like last 2 months. It's crazy. You can backtest it. But yeah, that's it. I guess I got a new Monday model, whatever that I'm confident with, and I'll actually start to implement it in my trading. And if it's this easy, because it's always going to be this easy. If it's a Monday open, it'll always be this easy. You just had to catch it early. You had to call it pre-market, because then after the bell, then you don't know, right? It won't come to the 9:30 price, that's for sure. But like, let's say you like, oh, and then you realize here when it like disrespects all of this, then your entry is a bit, you know what I'm saying? Like, let's say you into it's gonna come back break, you know what I'm saying? So you have to catch it early. But anyway, that's Monday unlock its own way of trading. Again, under my model still. And then Tuesday is okay, we got news and we got Fed Chair Powell speaking. That is interesting. So I'm probably just not gonna trade anything until the PM session, right? And if I don't find anything, I'm just not gonna trade it. What would I think for tomorrow, right? This is looking like lows, but I really don't care about them like that. What would I like to see is tomorrow. Have we closed yet on the daily? Yes, we closed on the daily. What we do is open up, go higher, and then maybe even slightly higher, I don't know, and then just rebalance this. You know, if we actually go down and rebalance maybe all the way to here, which is, what's the number one? All the way to here, that's taking this sell side as well, this whole low resistance liquidity run that it made here, and whatever in this area, that'll be a perfect immediate rebalance for Wednesday to continue, right? So then this will be like a classic Monday expansion, like a very this large day candle for Monday, right? Tuesday will be kind of small and high resistance, by the way. small and high resistance to, I'd say, down here. So this whole range, expect it to be tomorrow's range, and like of course a bit higher. For Wednesday to be going up, Thursday going up, and then maybe Friday like going up but slightly going down. You know what I'm saying? Just a classic expansion week. And yeah, after that, I would need, if it's the end of the month, normally for some reason the end of the month just dumps us. So there might be a dump end of the month. I don't know. This week goes to the 26th, right? So Monday and Tuesday dump us. I don't know. Maybe Friday could start the dump. What do we have? What do we have for news? Not really much. We might start the dump early next month. I don't know. But there will definitely, after this expansion, just be some sort of dump layer. Something like more significant than this, right? After this. But yeah, anyway, this is the recap. I think it's, yeah, that's about it. Peace.